when he was shooting 30%, when he wasn't even allowed to shoot a three because he couldn't shoot a three. Do you follow me?
Yeah, it's just really interesting because people are always like, God, I have to make every shot, and it's not going to happen, even if you're Michael Jordan. So, like, I hate when people say work for perfection, because you're never going to be perfect, but you can work for excellence. You can do things the right way. You can. There's good misses and there's really bad misses. There's things like that you can incorporate also into your mentality, where it's like, that was a good shot, but I missed it, and it happens. And you have to know the difference between those two, so you don't get down on yourself all the time. And shooting is so mental. It's so mental.
Let's talk about that. That miss in the game, which I think is really important. It sounds to me like when you miss it, you've registered what's happened, and it's over and gone, and you're ready to go. In a split second, you've moved on. Is that right?
You have to.
Well, see, I don't see that in a lot of it. I see players kicking the dirt all the way down the floor and beating themselves up over a miss and thinking themselves right out of the game or out of making the next shot.
Not only is that bad for you, showing that for yourself and feeling that, but your teammates see that. I mean, if I'm walking down the court, I'm like, God. I mean, my teammates are like, I don't know if she's going to make that next shot. She doesn't even think she's going to make it. Why should I think that? So you really have to know how to put a poker face on, and you know, you might be feeling it, but even if you are feeling it, you can't show any emotion to your teammates. You got to be always have to be a leader and know that everyone's watching you, whether it's people in the stands or your teammates or your coaches.
Or your defense.
Everyone.
You know, I don't want the opponents to know that I'm even harboring one split second of self-doubt.
Yeah.
You know, the next one's going in. I know what I did wrong. The next one's going in. You mentioned this a moment ago, and I said you covered a lot of ground. I want to continue to talk to you about missing or missing that game-winning shot, and it hurts and that type of thing. Again, how do you get over it? How long does it hurt? When is it time to move on? How do you recover? I mean, it's something that we all go through. It's like injuries, you know. You've got to recover and go on.
My recovery time honestly depends on my next game, probably. I mean, if I have a game in the next 2 days, it's gone. I mean, I missed a shot, I'm bummed for the night, I wake up, it's gone. I mean, you just can't drag that on. I mean, like I said, that nothing comes down to one play. As much as you want to think it does, and it feels like it does in that moment, I mean, so many things contributed to getting to that point. So you really need to understand that, first and foremost. Second of all, I mean, who's to say that any other person would have taken that shot and made or missed the shot? You can't ever know things like that, but you always want to have that responsibility on yourself. And, I mean, to me, it just motivates me to get in and shoot more. Just to see the ball go in, just to get some more confidence, things like that. But, I mean, like I said, you're going to miss, and that might be one of your 4 misses out of 10 that you're going to miss, and it's just the way it works.
You know, how would you build confidence in a beginning player?
First of all, shoot. Shoot. Like, I can't stress that enough. The more you shoot, the more it goes in, the more you're confident that it'll go in. But also, as a coach or as a parent, like, the biggest thing for them to do, I think, is stress when they take a bad shot. But never, you know, like 29 seconds in the shot clock, chuck up a 3. Like, that's a bad shot. But if you took a good shot in the flow of the game, in the flow of the offense, and you miss, like, I don't care who you are or what, where, when, why, you should never, ever discourage that. I mean, always be positive. Good shot, you know, just keep shooting. Those are good shots. Now, I'm not saying chuck them all up, but I'm saying when it's a good shot, those people that you trust should reinforce that it was a good shot, and it just really helps. I mean, teammates are so important. My teammates, I mean, I could be shooting Boston College last year. I shot 1 for 12 maybe, and we're in overtime and we needed a 3. I come off a pick and roll, I make a 3, and trust me, I was beating myself up. I was like, God, 1 for 9. I mean, that's horrendous. But my teammates, every time out, Shay, you're going to make the next one. You're going to make the next one. You're going to make the next one. Because I was taking good shots in the flow of the offense. They just weren't falling, which happens. Right. But I mean, that confidence really helps you.
Well, I feel like, hey, if we'll let the coach sub you out. If it's not something that they want, then they'll take you out. Otherwise, like you said, your shot in the flow of the game, you should keep on taking.
Keep shooting.
Let the coach take you out. Don't take yourself out.
Yeah, you got to keep shooting.
Shay, just want to thank you for being a part of Better Basketball, and want to wish you the best of luck in the future.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Chapter 9. What about these shots?
What about these shots? The layup, the hook shot, the bank shot, the 5-foot pull-up, long-distance shooting, and shooting in the post.
Bank shot.
The only thing that's different with a bank shot is your target and therefore your shot line. Your target is not the center of the rim. Your target is a spot on the backboard. You should frame this new target with your arms, and above this spot is where your shooting fingers should finish. Although you could bank a shot from almost anywhere, there are some prime areas where you should consider using the glass every time. The shaded area in the lane illustrates where you're likely to get some contact during the act of shooting. Contact means your shot might fall short. So if you're trying to bank in this area and your shot falls short, then you'll still have a chance to make the basket. The shaded areas outside the lane represent the best angle for banking your shot. If you're any further from the goal, even at this angle, I think you're better off shooting for the rim.
5-foot pull-up.
The short pull-up jumper can be a difficult shot. In the 5 to 10 foot range, players do all kinds of things with their shot form to compensate for being so close. Instead, try this. Keep everything the same in terms of shot form. But if you'll slow your hands down at the top of your shot when your arms are fully extended, you'll be able to finish your stroke with just your wrist and fingers. This creates a soft arcing shot with a soft backspin. This is all touch, and that's why you have to practice finishing the shot only with your wrist and fingers at the top of your extension.
Long distance shooting.
I'm constantly being asked how to create range on a jump shot. But if you've noticed throughout the video, I've intentionally avoided any mention of the three-point line. As soon as you put a line on the floor, players rush to be able to shoot behind it. Doing so too early has killed the shot development of many players. So keep that in mind if you're still developing your shot. Let distance come naturally. It will. You've got to have a little faith and patience in the development of your one-piece shot. Now, I've already explained the idea of athletic strength, coordinating legs, body, arms, and hands together in such a way that your shot recruits and rides all the force in your vertical power wave. That's the #1 factor for distance. However, I'd like to add this little hint for increasing distance. Think about increasing your hand speed from set to release. If you've trained your body to be coordinated with your hands, then the rest of your body will speed up to match your hand speed. You'll find your shot range gaining a little distance. Now, I didn't say you'll begin to hit the shot right away. However, since your basic shot form has not changed, your accuracy should begin to catch up with this new speed with a little practice.
Shooting in the post.
Shooting in the post doesn't require a lot of distance on the ball, does it? So what's the problem? What's different about shooting in the post area? The main problem with post play is it's a body-to-body game, and it's very difficult, if not impossible, to face the goal with the ball in your typical shot pocket. There's just no space. So, in the post, especially with your back to the basket, your shot pocket is relocated under your chin or higher. Regardless of the move you make to shoot, by the time you face the goal, the ball must move from under your chin to above your head. Now you can finish the shot with the same technique as the perimeter player who pulls up 5 feet away from the